Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're here. First off, I just want to thank all the channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank any of you who stopped by to watch the video. I appreciate it more than you know. If you like knife and EDC content and you'd like to be notified when I release new content and make community posts and have live streams, just click that subscribe button down there and the bell notification icon. It'll notify you and it'll also really help me out. Today I have got probably one of the most minimalistic knives that I have been exposed to. This is a knife that I had seen when the prototype came out, and some different people were reviewing it. And then when I picked up the Mr. Cipher, I was very impressed with that knife. So much so that I purchased some titanium scales, loved the way it feels, was considering getting the drop point version. And when I went to the website, Mr. Design's website, I saw the Zero. And I remembered it, right? It didn't get a lot of fanfare from what I remember. I just remember hearing somebody, maybe it was Lefty, maybe it was Tri-State, I can't remember, but somebody did a review of the prototype of this knife. It's OEM by Bestech, and it's designed by Mr. Designs. When I say minimalistic, the show side has absolutely no hardware. The clip is not reversible, but it's inset behind the scale like the Cypher's is, and you have two hardware screws, pivot and a body screw. And from that, you can break the knife down. The other thing that I thought was very unique about it is the way that this titanium is solid all the way up to this back scale. So I don't know if my camera, you can see that line right there. But this is a solid piece of titanium on this side here. And then you've got this small scale on the clip side that's a little bit thinner, right? But the blade is perfectly centered. It is a flipper deployed knife. It snaps into position. That is an M390 blade. Grab some paper, because it is also very, very slicey. Cutter air. It is a very slicey knife, therapeutically so. Whoops. But anyway, what you'll notice is the elegance of this little knife. Let me get my crap out of the way. And the simplicity of it make it extremely comfortable in the hand. This is a medium to full-size knife that I do not even feel the pocket clip on. It has no rough edges at all. The only thing you've got on this sterile design is on the clip side here, you've got the Mr. Maker's Mark, and then you've got the blade steel M390. It is a button lock. Extremely smooth. I'm horizontal. I think it is done exceptionally well. If there was anything at all that I would like to see, and I don't know what difference it would really make, it's got some very light jimping here on this super thin blade. I would even though I don't have any problem with this flipper tab, the flipper tab is totally sterile. And I'm sure that's to go with the design, but I don't know how bad it would look to have some small jimping there, just to, if your finger was wet or slick, that you could still easily flip it. But I'm not sure that its smoothness would be a problem. I'm just used to having jimping on my finger tab, right? So maybe that's just something that, again, I'm nitpicking this knife because it's really hard to find fault with it. It is simple. It's not the type of knife I normally go to. You know, I'm a middle finger flicker guy. And the cipher was not my normal jam because, again, I'm more of a middle finger flick guy. But I'm also somebody who loves unique knives. Knives that I haven't seen before. Knives that I think maybe push the envelope in this way or that way. And this knife, I just wanted to bring it in the collection. I was very taken by Mr. Mister's cipher, and this is a dad and a son that design and work on these knives together, and I just find it fascinating. And again, something that I think is great about this hobby is this is not my normal jam. I've got a knife I'll order today from Kaiser that's not my normal jam, but I'm excited because it kind of expands the possibilities of what I find to be enjoyable, right? And this knife, as different as it is in and out of the pocket like a dream. Wire clips are a huge favorites of mine because they are so minimalistic. This knife there's not really anything to complain about. I mean, it's got easy deployment, one hand close, carries like a dream, very ergonomic. Just for an EDC knife, an urban EDC knife, a slicer, a poker, a Slurpee saver, a knife that doesn't look like a knife when it's in your pocket because all that sticks out is this right here. I think it's a mad win. I think it's a design, maybe not a first, but it's stretching the boundaries of what we're all used to seeing, at least what I'm used to seeing. You guys tell me if I'm wrong, but this knife does have a little bit of a smock vibe, only because of the corner of that flipper tab. But again, the knife itself, to me, is just perfectly understated elegance. I think it's fantastic. We'll do a couple of quick size comparisons, and then we will get some measurements, a weight, and we will roll. Let's look at it next to our Cold Steel 4MAX with the Satin regrind, pivot to pivot, butt to butt, smaller than the 4MAX. Let's look at it next to the Civivi Baby Banter and the Wharncliffe. It's much smaller than the Baby Banter. Let's look at it next to a Benchmade Bug Out. And the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So guys, it's a little bit bigger than the Bug Out, a little bit smaller than the Paramilitary 2. But if you're looking at the overall thinness of the package, the blade's thinner blade stock than the Bug Out. It's thinner than the Bug Out. Fantastic sharpening choil. Break out our tape measure. So we're right about 7 3/4 overall. About 3 3/4 blade with about a 3 1/4 inch cutting area. A little under 4 1/2 inch handle, and all of that handle, all that 4 1/2 inches is grip. The blade stock on this is extremely thin, right up here by the jimps. 0.0870. Behind the edge, which I can't get very good, but a super thin 0.0135. And the handle, a slim 0.41. And guys, I've not taken this apart yet, but you can tell that there's weight relief in these titanium scales. So if you look down in there, that titanium is just skeletonized. Let's see if y'all can see that. I'm not seeing it through the camera. And it's even got stuff printed in there inside that weight relief. But I think what we're going to see is that makes for a very, very, very light package. Grab our scale. .3 ounces, guys. That's 3.1 ounces on, what was our blade length again? On roughly over a 3 1/4 inch blade. So it comes in under that ounce per inch. And again, I've just found it to be something that I would not have expected to love so much. And that's why, again, this hobby to me is kind of interesting in a lot of different ways. But one is, if you keep your mind open and you know, kind of go with the flow every now and then, or go against the flow maybe, or just kind of take chances on things, you might find things you like that wouldn't normally be your go-to thing, right? I mean, in the last, I want to say 4 weeks, I've discovered a whole new designer. And Mr. Designs, I bought both of these knives with my money, paid full price. I bought the Cipher first because I thought it was a cool knife. Was going again to buy the Cipher D, thinking about it because I really like that knife, and then started looking at this. And again, I took a chance on it, not sure how it would be, and I'm really a fan. That's the Mr. Zero, guys. A minimalistic EDC knife that has great action, great materials, OEM by Best Tech, designed by Mr. Designs, and just a fantastic blade. So guys, thank you for watching the content. Thank you for checking out the channel. I appreciate y'all more than you know. All I ask is, if you would, please look out for that guy or gal to your left. Please look out for that guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace.